morning, everybody. This is Michael Robbins, and I'm substituting for Tuya here for a few more days. And today we're going to undertake our triangles meditation. This is an important work, as we know. It may seem very simple, but if done with strong soul alignment and true depth of feeling, it will help to transform the etheric vehicle of our planet and lead our planet towards a condition of sacredness. We know how the work is done. You simply find two other people who are into the spiritual work, who are working with soul infusion, or who simply have an aspiration towards these higher things, and you visualize light flowing between a visualized triangle consisting of yourself and the two others, and you visualize them in a soul-infused state, gradually soul-infused, and soul light circulates between you all, and then goodwill, which we know is love in action. Then you circulate the goodwill and love between you. And then when that feeling is stabilized in all the triangles you have, whether it's one or more, you pronounce the great invocation, linking your little group of triangles up with the larger triangles network, which is growing stronger and deeper all the time. As Master DK said, this work, and then he emphasized, he put it in italics, must go on. This work must go on, because, sometimes we look at the way the world is and we wonder, what can we do? Things are out of hand, people are selfish, personal, grasping, blinded, The whole problem stands before our eyes. And we are students of occultism, of spiritual occultism, I always emphasize. And I say, what can we do, really, to help? And here we have a very, very powerful method to really transform human living and bring the soul into the picture. The soul, interestingly, is often called the triangle. And if you look at the soul, or what we normally call the soul on the higher mental plane, we will find a triangular form in this way. The jewel in the lotus representing the monad. We will find the 12 petals of the egoic lotus, and then at the base of the egoic lotus we will find the atomic triangle consisting of the mental unit and the atmic and physical or etheric permanent atoms. And this soul represents the three aspects of divinity, though overall it represents the love-wisdom aspect. And that is certainly what we need on our planet. We have sufficient intelligence, perhaps too much, and it's been improperly directed. We need to add to that the love-wisdom in the light of the soul. And this we can do with that very powerful mantram, the great invocation. An invocation for power and light, as it is said, given to humanity only after the Christ had decided that he would indeed, for the next 2,000 something years appear at great sacrifice in physical form for the redemption of humanity. We know he doesn't have to be born somewhere. We know that he has produced a Maya Virupa. He has a will-created body, and every eye shall see him. Well, when we're working on the triangles, we are preparing for his coming, and we are trying to recondition the energy system of humanity. So let's get right into it and absorb, breathe in the purifying white light. And we will sound the Om 3 times. Master DK asks us to prepare for the day in the following way. When we awaken, I would ask you for a few minutes each morning prior to doing the group meditation to rest quietly back in your chair or bed and, closing your eyes, link up with your soul and with me, your friend. You will thus create a triangle of light between your soul, your head center, and myself. Fix and hold this triangle firmly in your consciousness through the power of the creative imagination. Then you will see a solid triangle of light, not just as an outline. And visualize the base of the triangle on the mental plane where the Master works, Master DK, and where dwells and works your soul. The lower point, or apex, touches the top of your head. And then see, pouring down via the triangle, a stream of light, golden in color, and not white. It is more light orange, than white. See this flooding your whole body. And when you have visualized this as perfectly as possible, then rest back in that light and bathe in it as you would bathe in the waters of the sea. And see it permeating every part of your physical equipment. Let it do its work without your having any definite ideas as to what should be accomplished. And then he says, the rest of the activity is in my hands, and you can safely leave it to me. This exercise will aid you in handling your life problem and your service until such a time as you enter into that light wherein consciousness awakens free from the bonds of flesh. The blessing of your co-disciples is upon you, and yours on them. Now, after having reached a poised stage, and holding the consciousness steady in the mind and not in the head, contact the spiritual triplicity, which is that which hovers over the square and radiates the energy of light into this waiting field of active thought. Focus on your own triangle or triangles, starting with the premise that energy follows thought, and call upon your triangle group members by name in the light and with love. We'll have a few moments of silence to do this. Love and goodwill and the light of the soul are passing through the members of your triangle of triangles, and these energies seem to enter the square-like etheric field of the earth, and probably there are still many squares in the etheric bodies of those who practice, but it's all converted to the triangular etheric formation. So your little network of triangles is linked up with a larger global network, and the transformation is underway. And every time you attend to your triangle's work, more etheric livingness occurs, and the ethers are able to carry more and more the energy of the soul. Just imagine the various continents of the world and how the network of triangles seems to come forth in each one. Linking all together and growing in the ability, capacity to carry the light of the soul, the love of the soul, and we realize the triangle's network goes to very high places, that it is under the eye of the great Shambhalic triangle, the three Buddhas of activity in Shambhala. These beings are so great that they were planetary logoi in the previous solar system. And we realize that in times of emergency within humanity or upon the planet, the Buddhas of activity can energize the triangle's network for protective purposes. So we are helping to create an instrument which can safeguard humanity and provide a method for very high lives to reach into the life of humanity and the life of the planet. There is then an important connection, as you see, between the three Buddhas of activity, the network of triangles, and your own little network, even if it's simply one triangle. And now, having linked up with our triangles and with the network, and imagining the Buddhas behind this all, we will sound the great invocation, watching the energies of light, love, and spiritual will pour through the entire triangle's network. From the point of light within the mind of God. Let light stream forth into the minds of men. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of men. May Christ return to earth. From the center where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little wills of men, the purpose which the masters know and serve. From the center which we call the race of men, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. Let light and love and power restore the plan on earth. Oh. Golden triangles are covering the entire planet. We visualize this. It's a great spiritual living organism conveying potentially high energies to the lower places, the places in need of redemption. And it's always substanding human affairs. It keeps growing in power, in its vital reality, and it has such life and such potency that it will break through or break up all limiting outer cleavages, and will, by the very force of its interior life, eventually externalize itself. So visualize at least 100,000 living triangles functioning within the square-like etheric body of Earth, transmuting it into a network of living, transformative triangles. And that will bring about the redemption of our planet and move it towards sacredness and lift humanity to the status, spiritual status, which it should occupy as the intelligent, loving intermediary between the higher and lower kingdoms. Let us sound the Om 3 times. And sustain the visualized circulation of love and light through our triangles. If you can work with your triangles every day, so much the better. And really see yourself as a member of the Great Triangles Network, involved in a transformational process which is very close to the heart of our Tibetan teacher. Remember, a work which must go on. Your contributions in terms of your meditative presence and any tangible support you can offer are deeply appreciated and I think wisely used. To keep all of this broadcasting work going. We are preparing the way together. We have internal service activities such as DK gave to the Lucis Trust. The Blue Rose Sisterhood is building the chalice for the Christ consciousness. Let us know if you would like to participate. The Moria Federation offers deep and extensive and comprehensive esoteric education. And we have not so many years remaining to assimilate the wonderful teaching we have been given, because a new teaching is on its way. All of this is occurring under the auspices of the University of the Seven Rays. The Moria Federation is the internet wing of this university, which particularly emphasizes esoteric psychology, the new ray science, and the science of esoteric astrology. The music that Harold and I have produced is available. You'll find it on YouTube and also on Makara, and we, every month at the time of the full moon, we try to broadcast our solar fire rituals, meditations, oratorios. We thank you for your presence, and we are grateful that you participated with us. We will continue this week on the morning schedule. There will be some activities coming up towards the end of the week, and Tuya and I will do our best, even though we are in different places, to offer the equinox meditation, broadcast really, and then we have the pre-full moon, and I think that will be, as it stands now, on the 23rd, and then early in the morning of the 25th, we will have the Libra broadcast, the Libra full moon broadcast. So hopefully you'll be able to join us, and many blessings to you all, and thank you for your presence, your meditative presence. We're very happy to meditate with you. Love and many blessings to everyone.